listen up, listen up, voices scatter, listen up, 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 listen up, listen up, voices scatter. So do you.
Hey guys, welcome to the second installment of the Lust and Stardust podcast. Joining me today is I have myself, I'm Shannon, and we have Tess, of course. Hi, Tess.
Hi.
And we have joining us as well, John Lasavith from the podcast Movies, Films, and Flicks. What's up, John?
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for being here. So in this podcast, we are talking about movies that we all pick that we like, but we're going to be roasting them. And we pulled some strange ones out of the hat for the podcast, specifically because we didn't want to do anything run-of-the-mill, but we did put one run-of-the-mill one in there. So,
is it? I think I know which one it is.
Yeah, I think if you don't
I didn't
know,
want to say it. I'm like,
if you don't know,
it's
now
the one
you know.
that sucks the most.
Like, how many Twilights are in this list?
It's Twilight, guys.
We don't like all of the movies. We just have opinions about all of the movies.
Mm-hmm. I like my two that I picked. I mean, but I feel like I purposely picked really weird ones because just for that what the fuck factor. So without further ado here, the first movie that we are talking about here today is going to be a Kevin Costner movie. And it's not really one of Kevin Costner's best movies, but it's Mr. Brooks. And Mr. Brooks is it came out in 2007, and it was kind of quickly forgotten about, if anyone even paid attention that it came out in the first place. And it has Kevin Costner, William Hurt, and Dane Cook in it. So, have you seen this movie before, John?
No, but I just want to know why you picked this. Like,
so, all right. Fun fact: we actually recorded this podcast another time, before last week, but we had some technical difficulties, and my mic went out.
You had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, that was. we'll blame it on we'll blame it on John. Actually, no,
blame it on Robert Lamb.
So, speaking of Robert Lamb, we're in his studio. We're at Shark Dropper Studios. Like last time, we want to give a shout out to them for letting us use the studio again. They're awesome. And to answer John's question,
It's not even
like, I don't know Mr. Brooks. I don't know who his friends are. I don't know where he hangs out.
It's okay.
No idea who this guy is.
If you're bringing up a Kevin Costner movie, you're either going like really, really good or really, really bad.
What is he in that isn't this movie?
Waterworld.
Oh.
Which is really bad. Then you got Field
Demi
of
Moore
Dreams,
is in this.
which is really good.
Yeah.
Mr. Brooks is like somewhere in the middle.
It is, but
It was so random.
I mean, I say it was quickly forgotten about. That's because I know that's a general consensus. But to answer your question, and you asked this in the previously when we recorded before, but I love this movie, and this was my pick. And but however, I felt like I'm not so attached to it that I can't laugh about it because Dane Cook is in it, and he plays a photographer that accidentally sees Kevin Costner commit a murder, and he's really into it, and he starts kind of stalking him, and he starts to blackmail him. He wants to commit a murder as well.
That's gotta be like the most
Dane Cook
unnerving thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dane Cook is stalking you.
That's like the worst thing ever, right?
He wants to commit a murder.
Yeah. He wants to participate in a murder with Kevin Costner.
Really? So Dane Cook doesn't stalk you and just tell you all
imagine
his jokes?
if Dane Cook of all people was haunting you. Like if Dane Cook killed me, I would have My prime concern would be that he beat me to the punch because I think suicide would be the better option.
So he wouldn't try to kill you. He would just like test out new material on you.
He would just try
Which
to
is worse
stick
than
a
death.
pinky
Steal
up the
jokes
butt.
on you.
I know.
But no, when I first saw it, like it's pretty uncomfortable to watch him. Like he's trying to be
It's pretty
serious.
uncomfortable to watch him.
Yeah, period. Let's just end it there. But no, he basically like he's trying to be serious, but you could tell they wanted like some kind of like weird comedic relief. They originally wanted Zach Braff, but I don't know whatever happened. They couldn't get him.
Which is worse.
Aw, Dane Cook for sure. But yeah, like he plays a creepy stalker, and if you want someone to stalk you, then just go on Tinder and look at any of the other douchey guys on there, because that's not much better than Dane Cook, because and like John said in the previous podcast, like of all things, why are you stalking and blackmailing a hitman? Like,
Yeah.
you mentioned that before, like.
It's just of all the people you want to try to blackmail, you don't want to blackmail someone who's paid to kill people for a living.
I know, and it works, which I can
Unless you have a 2-digit IQ and your name is Dane Cook, then
he's just like, I don't know, like, and then we were talking about this before too, but like what happened to him? He just disappeared off the face of the earth after this, or I don't really know what the last thing he officially did was, but he definitely just disappeared.
It's like everybody just caught on.
well, he came and went with the times. We talk about our boss sometimes on this podcast, and on the last podcast, he recommended Pepper, and what was the other band?
Covenant. It was a super,
and
super
he
metal band.
also told me, he came into my office once, and he was like, oh, back when I lived in New York, I saw Dane Cook front row in Madison Square Garden. And that was like back when it was cool to like Dane Cook.
It was never cool.
And I'm like,
Dane
was
Cook.
it ever that cool to like Dane Cook?
No.
He actually came into my office today. I was like, I got a new Star Wars tattoo, but I didn't want to tell you because you always make fun of me.
Oh man.
So here I am again, making fun of him.
I don't know. I
Don't fire me.
have to back up.
I wonder if he has like that Dane Cook kind of shocker tattoo somewhere.
What is
Oh man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the super finger or whatever,
Yeah.
like the three. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That dude sounds like he's got that tattooed somewhere.
Like I said about if we want some dude with bad hair to stalk us, we'll go on Tinder for that. So,
Right.
So that being said, that's why I really do. I love psychological thrillers. It's my favorite movie genre. I love like Memento and anything with a twist. The Game is another one of my favorite movies, and Mr. Brooks, but I can make fun of Mr. Brooks a lot, but it has a cool twist at the end. So if you like Kevin Costner, see it. It's not his best movie, but it's it's pretty good.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, and Demi Moore is in it. She looks the same.
I like
as
to be
always.
more. I mean, because I'm just that kind of person. Like,
And I have to add too that at the end, when the twist comes, which I won't do any spoilers here, but they play a song that I'd never heard before. It's by the Veils, and it's awesome. So I recently downloaded it again, but that song's amazing. So any music nerds out there, watch it for the Veils.
And Dane Cook.
and Dane Cook.
Dane Cook.
So
I can guarantee you, we're like the only people right now currently
talking about
Mr. Brooks. And possibly Dane Cook.
I'm talking about Dane Cook's role in Mr. Brooks. That's some like Inception.
Hey, this
stuff.
podcast is filling a niche, so
I wish we
Good on you
spent
guys.
this category talking about Demi Moore. I would
We
have.
can't make fun of ourselves,
that,
guys.
but-
What is there?
Well, we're making fun of Dane Cook. I'm not comparing myself to Dane Cook. Like, I'm better than that.
True that.
I believe in myself.
Making speaking of making fun of people who are in movies for no good reason, our next movie contains a little
Judy Greer.
Oh, that's so
shots
mean.
fired.
That's
Oh, that was good though.
Shade thrown. I love Judy Greer, but
she was
I
great in Arrested Development.
yeah, she was great in Arrested Development, but I basically was talking about Marilyn Manson.
Okay.
Our next movie is Jawbreaker. And I have nothing bad to say about Jawbreaker, so someone else needs to
I don't
do the
have
roast.
anything. I have some bad things to say about every other movie that wasn't as good as Jawbreaker,
Yeah.
like Mean Girls, Clueless, Heathers.
The teen dramas that contain
They were
that-
never as good.
They always have that like the culmination that builds all the way to the school dance, and that's like the pinnacle of the movie. Like there's so many movies that have that.
Yeah, but
And-
the school dance scene in Jawbreaker was the tits. I mean, the Donnas were there. Like,
But that,
yeah,
But yeah, Rose McGowan is her typical self. She's basically an ice queen, and we have Judy Greer in there as well. It's one of her first roles.
one of her supporting roles.
Yeah, and Rebecca Gayhart's in it as well. But Marilyn Manson has a bit part. He's not in it.
They were him and Rose McGowan were dating at the time, right?
They met on this movie. They actually got
Really?
engaged.
That was iconic.
So we have a lot of strong feelings about this movie. John, have you seen this movie?
I think I did see it back in the day. It was just like, I mean, back then there was just like a lot of these like kind of 90s high school movies with like
Yeah.
strong female leads. So they just all kind of blur together. The only one that kind of like I remember clearly was Clueless.
Yeah,
But that one's kind of like, you know,
I mean,
iconic.
Paul Rudd in Clueless is awesome.
It was a dreamboat.
Clueless is a close second for me, but I like the
Clueless
weirdo.
is better than Mean Girls. Yeah.
Yeah,
Am I-
but the
am I
weird, like the
humble?
weirdo B movie aspect of Jawbreaker, it's really dark. Actually, I like that a lot, and
And
also
the slow motion walks
Yes.
are better
we-
in this movie than they are in any other movie. including
movie.
Armageddon.
any other movie, any walk away scene or slow motion walk. This one has the best, and
It dominates. There's like more than two. There's like, well, maybe there's two, but
there's this movie has an excellent soundtrack, including Veruca Salt. Their song "Volcano Girls." Check it out if you've never heard that song. It's one of the best '90s songs
it's
ever.
like the best opening credits song like for a teen movie like of all time.
Lying here, I don't wanna go.
Slow motion walk after they realize that their friend is dead. They come into the high school wearing clothes that you've never seen a high school girl wear before ever, like some short skirts and like high heel shoes and crop tops. And they're doing the slow motion
should have
walk.
went to that high school.
I know, right? Yeah.
They don't have dress codes unlike schools.
John and I went to high school together, and the only time I got in trouble at high school, I never got detention or suspended or anything. The only time I ever got like detention at Dixie was because I had to go to the IC or whatever that was, like in school.
yeah.
One because I had a
Suspension.
spaghetti strapped shirt on. Like it was less than 1 inch thick or something. I don't remember. It was so stupid, and I couldn't go to my honors English class because I had
Oh no.
half an inch strap shirt on, and I think it was a Pearl Jam shirt that I made.
of all things.
of all the things. But apparently this high school was pretty awesome. But then the slow motion walk, there's a song playing by a totally forgotten about band, but if I ever had a song that like a theme music, then it would be this song. It's by Imperial Teen, and it's called Yoo-Hoo. And the video is awesome because you can totally tell that the band basically the whole concept is the singer's strapped to a bed and Rose McGowan's just crawling all over him, like she wants
the
to
music video.
yeah.
What?
And she answers the door. Then the band, she like ties up the whole band in chairs, and she's just crawling all over the lead singer. So
my God.
I'm like, this is so
Imagine,
obvious.
like,
The singer was
90s
like,
Rose McGowan.
yeah. I was like, the singer was like, this is what we're gonna do, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
I wouldn't.
That's
I know,
just spiritual
and I'm
of
just
all
jealous.
things.
I'm jealous. I'm just jealous, guys.
No, 90s Rose McGowan was like unlike anything you've ever seen in your life.
I just
like
because everything that happened. Wes Craven died. We watched Scream last night, and in his memory, and Rose McGowan's in that, and she has blonde hair, which is so weird. But
really, I've
Yeah.
never seen Scream.
she has her like Jawbreaker like uniform on, small schoolgirl floral shirt, crop top, and she wears the same outfit like on they're clearly two different days, but the budget's just so bad in that movie that like it's the same outfit, and she's just like almost the same character. It's so funny that like she just continuously plays this ice queen. So
yeah. I don't know. This is gonna sound kind of random, but I really liked her in Charmed.
Was it her that got kicked off Charmed?
No, that was Shannon Doherty.
Oh, yeah.
No,
she's a bitch.
She replaced Shannon Doherty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never
They
saw
were
that.
actually in a movie together, I believe, with Tracy Lords too. I don't know what
Wow.
it was called, but I know that the three of them were in a movie together.
Sounds hot.
Yeah, that does.
I know, right? I need to like
That
think
does
about
sound
that.
hot. I know. I've pretty much seen everything Rose McGowan's been in, but Jawbreaker and the Doom Generation are my favorite.
I just, you watch like, all these 90s teen movies and also like 90s TV shows like Beverly Hills 90210. Like going to high school in the 90s sounded like it was really fun, right?
No, but it wasn't. We went.
It gave
we were
us
there.
very unrealistic expectations of what our high school experience.
Tessa's younger than us, but John and I were there, and I just want to go on the record here and say it wasn't.
No, listen, it was the tail end of the 90s.
Well, you
So it
guys
was like
did go to the high school in the 90s. Were you
Just-
in it?
just
Was it
one
the
year.
90s or was it the 2000s?
I started ninth grade in 1999, so
oh,
so-
okay.
you did too.
yeah,
yeah.
it was so we basically missed the 90s high school experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, narrowly.
It was really new metal, like Hot Topic. They just got a Hot Topic.
Linkin
It was
Park,
very
Yeah.
family
Papa
values
Roach.
for
Everyone-
back then. Yeah.
Everyone was wearing like the Powerman 5000 goggles and like crossing guard vests and Jinko jeans. Like
Yeah.
that was our height. We didn't have these like sexy, sassy teen girls. Like I don't know where that was. I guess we just missed that. And instead we got this like people like walking each other on a dog collar, and
Wait, what?
you never saw that people.
No.
There were
Oh, wait.
people at lunch like
I might
with-
have seen. Yeah,
Yeah, there were like the
I
goth
literally
kids.
just had like a flashback. Of, like,
Sorry, I brought you back to a
someone
dark place.
wearing like a leash. like, in
Yeah,
high school.
Maybe that was just our high school. I don't know. I don't know.
No, we didn't go to high school. We just went to dog kennel, I guess.
We went to Hot Topic
Yeah.
school.
Pretty much.
I like how we're supposed to be really like roasting this movie, but I just can't. I have a lot of feelings about it.
Well, let's go to the next high school movie.
I mean, yeah,
we're talking about.
Idle Hands.
So basically, another 90s high school movie, and Jessica Alba is in this.
Yes, she
To
is.
really drive that home that this is high school in the 90s.
Purely for amazing
Oh,
acting
this
ability.
is high school 1999. We're in the zone now.
Yeah.
This all led somewhere.
John
We're-
loves this movie, right,
I did.
John?
I think
This
like
was John's pick.
I think like one summer I literally watched this movie every day. It was just it may have been for Jessica Alba, but I
Yeah.
thought it was a good movie. I mean I knew it was a bad movie, but I loved this movie. I don't know. It had like really juvenile humor, had like a lot of like pot stoner like jokes, and you also had Jessica Alba in her lingerie.
I know it had something for all the
Yeah.
wet dreams. It had Devin Sawa and Jessica Alba.
And Seth Green, if you're into that sort of thing. I do like redheads.
We
Yeah.
know. I like how this is like we're basically like kissing the butt of all these movies here. We're
Well, we
not-
haven't gotten to the third one. Or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the fourth one. That's when the real.
So Idle Hands is really weird. Like it's so weird. I like it though. I do. I saw it in the theater. I don't know why. Probably because Devin Sawa. I won't even lie.
So fine.
But I did see it in the theater, and it was like I remember being like, "Whoa, that was really strange." And I don't think I'd seen a weirder movie. My dad let me watch A Clockwork Orange a lot that same year.
You thought this movie was weirder than A Clockwork Orange?
No, but I remember being like, "Wow," because A Clockwork Orange was old, so I was like, "This
yeah.
is strange for a new movie." But I just latched onto A Clockwork Orange and watched that every day. That was my movie I watched every day. So I guess we both watched strange movies every day, but
Clockwork Orange every day. That's way more hardcore than Idle Hands every day. Right?
I don't know, I guess.
Were you
guess
just trying
that's
to
how I
recreate
roll.
the Malcolm McDowell? Like,
Yeah,
scene
the
where-
eyeball, like holding the eyeballs open. And
That's pretty meta. Actually.
no, it wasn't. I would like to say I'm that deep, but I'm not. I just basically I didn't understand it, so I had to with the weird lingo and stuff. I just had to watch it every day, and it wasn't at my house, and it wasn't really my like it wasn't my choice. I
Someone
mean,
just had it on.
yeah, like I mean, I went there and I was just rolling with whatever, so we just watched every day, and so
You know, I think everybody went through like a Kubrick phase.
yeah,
Where they're like just discovering
Mine
Stanley
was
Kubrick movies.
Lolita. I always hated A Clockwork Orange, and I still do.
My dad didn't let me watch A Clockwork Orange till I read the book and told him what it was about. And so I got the book from the library, and someone had written in all the like definitions of all the weird words that
Oh, how
weird
nice of them.
terminology. So yeah, I got like the Cliff Notes version. So I
You
explained.
can do
it to
that
him.
these days. People on Kindles. and all that.
Yeah, so I yeah, that's how I was able to watch the movie. My dad said it's the only movie he ever walked out of was A Clockwork Orange, but
Your dad has good taste. That's awesome.
but as far as Idle Hands, I really think I just saw it the once. I don't really think I've ever seen it again. And
I mean, you're not missing much, to be honest. I
know-
love the movie.
wasn't
but
the Offspring in that movie?
yeah, again, it all culminates in like the high school dance.
Again. Yep. But we were talking about this before. Wasn't it like it wasn't even the prom?
It wasn't prom. It wasn't homecoming. It was just like the Halloween.
They didn't
dance.
even get a dance. Like
So they
just-
were-
I mean,
they
they
were
didn't even
just-
get the big dance. They got like just
So the
whatever.
Offspring, they were playing like they weren't even big enough to get homecoming.
like the Donnas were the band in
They were the
Jawbreaker.
prom band. They weren't the bootleg dance band. Like,
Yep, but like
Well, we got a spot open for Halloween. You guys can play that.
the Offspring was playing. Like I
They
don't
didn't
know.
like play like their song. The song they played in the movie was a cover of the Ramones. I Want to Be Sedated.
Oh man, when
Yeah.
did like Pretty Fly for a White Guy come out? Was
like
that
a
like
year before
99?
this
Were they
movie.
like were like the Offspring relevant during this
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
I feel like
Were,
yeah,
they, were the Offspring relevant?
that's a loaded question.
We
So
could be here all night.
I mean, was that
dissecting
during their like
unpacking that?
was that during their heyday? Like, was that the? I mean, I like Gone Away is one of my like favorite videos of all time.
Well-
It had such an impact on me. Like,
Wow,
like
shit.
I don't know. I was like 14 or
Write
15
that in your
years old.
diary, girl.
I will.
Keep that to yourself.
Yeah, that was the first song I ever heard from them. Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Same.
Man. What about like the one that he supposedly wrote about Courtney Love? She's kind of drunk and knocking on the door.
Self-esteem. Oh my god, I love that. That like is my whole life.
Yeah.
Wrapped in one song. Like
You know self-esteem
how I
if
just
you
like
heard
put
it.
up with shit because I ain't got no self-esteem.
Yep.
Okay, like
Yeah,
shit's
that's
hard.
supposedly.
I'm gonna go to Taco Bell after this and eat it with hatred for my own self.
Supposedly that is that's about Courtney Love because Dexter Holland dated her.
Who didn't date Courtney?
I know,
Love? Like,
right?
She has like the best resume of like
the best
Edward
is-
Norton, fucking Trent Reznor, Kurt Cobain,
William Corgan.
Yeah, oh my god, how could I forget my fave?
God, yeah, I don't know. I could get behind Trent Reznor. That's the only one though. So
Right.
yeah, but I mean, at least yeah, I don't really have anything negative to say about Idle Hands except it's like it's really cheesy.
Yeah. This might have been like this is like during Devin Sawa's heyday too.
But like, what else was he in except SLC
He
Punk?
was in Now and Then, which defined my childhood with
Christina
Ricci
Ricci.
and Thora
He was
Birch
in
and
Final
Gabby
Destination.
Hoffman.
He
Oh
was good in
yeah,
that.
yeah. The Final Destination.
Seth
I
Green,
forgot about.
obviously, like he's been around forever before Idle Hands.
He's still around.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. You got to give it to Seth Green.
Vivica A. Fox, she was
Yeah.
in this for
That's
some reason.
that is really
Was she like a
strange.
teacher or something?
No, she was like a demon hunter.
Oh yeah, she had the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that like vaguely. But yeah, I don't really know whatever happened to Devin Sawa. Like I remember he looks pretty rough lately. I saw one of those things that was
Yeah.
like, where are they now?
Years haven't been kind to him.
Yeah, not I don't. He's probably like into Jesus, like JTT. I don't know.
Yeah, right. His face is too methed up to be Jesus-y. He's definitely gone down the beaten path, but he could beat my path if you know where I'm getting with that.
At least he made it out of these 90s like movies. Unlike I wish I wish Eddie Furlong and like.
Oh my god, Edward Furlong was my number one. Oh my
too.
god.
Did you ever see the
Have
movie?
you seen Detroit Rock City?
Yes.
It's my favorite movie of all time. Why wasn't it on this list?
Yeah,
God, that's
who's
another
the other
podcast.
dude in
We're
Detroit
gonna do
Rock
a whole podcast about Detroit Rock City.
There's a dude who's
They're
hotter
all-
than him though. In
the
Detroit Rock
guy,
City.
the guy who, oh my god, what's his name? Lex. His name's Lex.
Yes,
in the movie.
yes, yeah.
He is so.
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh my god.
Sorry, John, but
Yeah,
this.
you're good. You're good.
Yeah, did you ever see Detroit Rock
No,
City?
there was
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
who was the sissy, and then there was the one with the long hair, and then there was the hot one who
I don't
goes
think I had-
to like the car shop to save that girl who fell asleep in the car.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he was in a Smashing Pumpkins music video.
Really?
He was in. It was in one of the later songs that nobody cared about. It was like the sequel to 1979, but he was in Never Been Kissed too, and he's fine as fuck.
Wait, the one who had sex with the
His
girl in the
name's
church?
Giuseppe Andrews.
Yes, Giuseppe
oh
Andrews.
my god! Oh my god!
What happened to him?
I don't know.
Giuseppe
What happened to
Where
Edward
is he
Furlong?
in-
I know Eddie got fat,
I
but
know.
oh my god,
He looks so like heroined out. Like
But
he
like,
looks.
oh my,
scary.
they were. Oh my god, Detroit Rock City. They were so fun.
Yeah,
so,
Giuseppe Andrews.
funny
Where
as fuck,
where is
too.
he now? I want to know.
Yeah, I saw
Call
Detroit Rock City. I
us.
don't think I had the same reaction you girls did.
You might be just be like. You
No,
know,
we're gonna do a whole podcast on Detroit Rock City.
and Giuseppe Andrews.
I just decided this. I don't care what these people think
Yeah.
to the left and right of me. We're gonna analyze it. It'll be like it'll be really significant, and we're gonna do that next time
I'm
because
on board
it's the
with
best movie ever, and I could talk about it for like a million years because it's so good.
Every time I see it, I'm like, man,
it's
I love
so
this movie.
funny,
And then
it's so good.
Then I forget about it again.
and
but-
everyone is so hot in it, and I love it.
Eddie Furlong. Did you ever see? Oh God, what is it called? It has a
Terminator 2.
No. What's another movie?
American History X.
No,
in
he was
that.
like a weird photographer. My phone has no signal, but he was like this photographer or something like that. But like that was my favorite Eddie Furlong movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I like how we completely got off the subject.
Someone mentioned Never Been Kissed. Jessica
I
Alba
love
was
that
in.
movie.
Jessica Alba was in that.
Who?
Jessica Alba.
Oh yeah, she like was black in that movie, which is weird.
she changed her race.
She was in blackface.
She got a really
Blackface? Really?
no.
I
She
don't
didn't
know,
have
ever
blackface.
so slightly.
Oh,
No,
shit.
She had like a really deep tan for that movie though.
Oh man, I didn't see that. Wait, never. That's like
That's the one with Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I only remember.
And
Drew
the
Barrymore in
guy,
that.
the like the hottie in school was like this like he wasn't all that at all.
Oh man,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, didn't she pretend to be like a high school student?
yeah, but she looked.
And
40.
she had like a weird relationship with the hot literature teacher,
yeah.
Mr. Coulson.
Watching Scream last night, also, by the way, like, everyone looks so old. Like, there's one girl, she's a background character, she's, like, in the bathroom, and Nev Campbell, which, whatever happened to her also. I know she was in Mad Men, but she was just in the background, or she was in the bathroom, like, hiding, and there was these mean girls talking about, like, you know, her life and kind of, you know, gossiping about her. And, like, they showed this close-up of this girl, and she looked like 35, like
Yeah.
pushing 40.
I
Like,
think that's just like every high school or like every movie with high school characters. Like you just can't find like
why don't they get younger people? I don't understand.
because younger
it.
people can't act as well as older people.
But like,
you know.
Scream has terrible acting.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's so bad. Nev Campbell's acting was atrocious. Like, Rose McGowan, Matthew Lillard, and the dude who kind of looks like Johnny Depp in Crybaby, the other killer dude, the
The only
boyfriend.
time Johnny Depp was ever sexually attractive was
Was
when
Crybaby,
he was in
right?
Oh my god!
And
That's another podcast.
I guess
Doing
I
one on
agree.
Crybaby.
You don't like the little dirty pirate thing he's got going on now?
God.
Yeah.
No.
You don't like imagining what he smells like?
I like dudes who take a shower. So yeah, the dude, whoever.
Really picky, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. So picky. And then like we had noticed too about Scream that like I don't know if they were reusing the same dad or just they have this guy like this or several guys that look the same, but like all the dads looked exactly like in Scream like they did. We're not here to roast Scream. We're here to roast Idle Hands, which we didn't do the best job at, but there's not much to say about.
Okay, because we're Donnie Darko's next. So
Yeah.
we can really.
I mean, from going from possession to wormholes is it's a pretty good segue. So this is our movie that we like. I like Donnie Darko, but okay, no. Here's my thing about Donnie Darko. It was cool when it first came out when they like Hot Topic had the posters and. You know, like how, like, it was cool.
Was that your criteria for liking a movie? If Hot Topic has the poster for it?
Well, like, when you were, like, 14 and a half, 15, and, like, the
true.
summer between, 8th and 9th grade, you're about to enter high school, and, like, Donnie Darko comes out, you're like, I'm so intellectual.
Yeah.
That's how Donnie Darko is. But then, yeah, if someone lists that they like Donnie Darko as one of their favorite movies and they are trying to be profound.
It's like saying Perks of Being a Wallflower as your favorite book when you're like past the age of 20. It's like, just don't admit that. Like, omit that.
True. So, yeah. When was the first time you saw Donnie Darko, John?
High school, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody had a phase in high school where they were just experimenting with movies. Because, like, a lot of people, like, unless you grew up with, like, a big cinephile family, you probably just watch, like, all the mainstream Disney stuff when you're growing up. So when you get to high school, you just, like, it's not just movies, but also music and also things like that. But, like, I feel like Donnie Darko is one of the movies that, like, everybody always watched to, like, to kind of expand their movie horizons.
But
it was Requiem for a Dream.
Oh gosh, yeah. No one knew what Donnie Darko was about.
No,
either.
everybody just pretended to know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh
exactly.
yeah.
There
like,
was
so profound.
It's like, oh, you don't understand Donnie Darko. It's like, that's because there's nothing to understand about Donnie Darko. It's empty symbolism. It doesn't mean anything.
But it was cool to like it.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and there was
it was cool to like it when I was 12, but I'm not 12 anymore, Mom. I'm 25, and Donnie Darko sucks and has always sucked.
I didn't like it. Rubbed me the wrong way that they cast Maggie and Jake Gyllenhaal. Like they couldn't like get somebody else. Like we get
because
it's all in the family.
Gyllenhaals are such good at like we need both Gyllenhaals to really make this movie what it is.
I like Drew Barrymore in it though.
I don't like Drew Barrymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like her. I don't know. I guess I'm the odd man out.
I don't know. There's just something about this movie. It's just so polarizing. Like I don't think it's as bad as like a lot of people say, but I don't think it's has a great either. Like I don't worship the movie.
Yeah, right, John. Yeah, right. You're gonna go home and be like, listening to The Killing Moon.
Well, that song's awesome.
I know.
but-
I resent Donnie Darko a lot because, like, as somebody who like loves darkwave music,
I know. They think they're new wave, but they're not. Sorry, Jake Gyllenhaal, but you don't have what it takes.
I know,
you
like-
can't come to the club with us and listen
get
to
out of
Joy
here,
Division.
Echo and the
Oh,
like.
man.
I'm
Yeah.
like angry about Echo and the Bunnymen being
So
like, you can use our song. Like, I'm angry about that. So I mean, I guess it was cool for 5 minutes when it came out, but like, what like was he like schizophrenic or did he see visions? Like, what was the Frank the Bunny thing about? I
know. Why was it a bunny of all things? Why a bunny? That was never properly addressed.
Like it just doesn't matter. I feel like he was just when he's writing the script, like he was just basically playing Mad Libs.
Yeah.
And
Pretty
Donnie
much.
sees a giant rabbit.
Yeah, Donnie runs out of the house.
Yeah.
Giant, I don't know, aircraft.
Donnie won't stop crying. His white tears, like
Yeah. And then like there was that like weird sub story of the Sparkle Motion dance troupe. Like what? Like I don't. What was that about? Like it didn't really add up, and it didn't like contribute anything.
Again, people just kind of went with it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, no, it's part of the mystique.
Pretty
of Donnie
much.
Darko.
Yeah. Your commitment to Sparkle Motion. I don't know. It was stupid, and we picked this movie specifically because we have a lot of strong feelings about how it's stupid, and we admittedly liked it for 5 seconds. But if you're over the
12,
yeah,
so
if
it's
you're
not-
over
it's not
12
good.
and you like Donnie Darko, like I'm sorry, I can't get behind that at all. Like, I mean,
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal is good. Like,
Well, that was
what's your
charitable
favorite
of you.
Jake Gyllenhaal
Define
movie?
good. Brokeback Mountain.
You love Brokeback Mountain,
oh,
don't you?
yeah.
The first time I ever skipped school in high school, it was with a totally random group of people who had, like, none of us were. It was very Breakfast Club, but Brokeback Mountain-y. And we
Brokeback
all
Club.
skipped school to go see Brokeback Mountain in the
What is
theater.
Brokeback Mountain-y? You need to elaborate.
I mean, we didn't like peg each other in the theater. We just weren't friends. We didn't know each other. So like we went to go see the movie and it was cool.
Oh,
R.I.P. Heath Ledger.
admittedly, I've never seen Brokeback Mountain. Fun fact.
It's,
Have you seen it, John?
Yeah. It is what it is.
No.
It's two cowboys falling
Yeah.
in love with each
I
other.
mean, it's
Getting
a better
it.
movie than Donnie Darko.
That's true. That's true. No, I think what Nightcrawler, Jake Gyllenhaal is really good in that.
Yeah.
He's also been in some other good movies that escape my.
What's that war movie he's in?
Who? Heath Ledger?
No, Jake Gyllenhaal. He's in some like I don't know war movie, but
No,
I feel
he
like
was in a Watch. It was like that.
I feel like I saw that.
Yeah,
No, I don't
it was a
know.
good movie.
I don't know. At least he's like it wasn't the only thing he ever did. So that's like I mean we could say that.
So it wasn't just Bubble Boy and Donnie Darko.
Bubble Boy. I forgot about that. I did
Wish
see
I
that.
lived in a bubble.
I did see the Bubble Boy, but I don't know, like what it was like GI something. I don't know.
Oh, Jarhead.
Jarhead. Yes, yeah, he did some good. He was some good act. He did some good acting in that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, I guess at least good for him.
you think high school kids these days are still watching Donnie Darko?
No.
I hope not. I hope they.
What do you think,
they
like-
don't make the same mistakes we did.
No.
Like it would be hilarious if like they were still watching this movie and they were still pretending like to understand what the movie's about. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Yeah, no, you
There's
hit the
some
nail on the
other
head there."
like there isn't really anything like that out there right now. I mean, like what do high school kids like? I mean,
I don't
that
know.
sounds so I don't know, old
Old.
of me, but like I go in Hot Topic, you know, sometimes for I don't know, I shouldn't admit that, but like I go in there sometimes and they pretty much just all Disney stuff,
Yeah.
like and like Little Mermaid shirts and shit.
Here's my theory on how Hot Topic stays in business. The majority of their sales come from high school students who don't understand the concept of overpriced items.
True,
They see
that.
like a $30 shirt, and it's like, oh, that's just a normal price for a shirt.
yeah.
And then you find out later, like, wait,
I've fallen
totally
victim to that. I made
Every
up.
time I go in there, some chick is like, "It's 1 and 50% off." I'm like,
I
"Bitch,
know.
give me a second. God damn!" I like
50%
just got
off?
here
So
from
it's-
Chick Fil A.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to look at your fucking Little Mermaid necklaces. Like,
They're giving away
Pop
the whole
off my
store,
nuts.
like
Thank you.
all the time. They
I'm
they
gonna buy
really-
something. Damn.
they are always giving away the whole. I don't know if they're not doing well or that's just how they roll, but like every time I'm in there, yeah, they're just like, every buy one get one 50% off everything. Okay. I'm like, geez, settle down. But yeah, they have vinyl in there, so I just have to talk about this for a second because like it's always the worst. It's always like Hot Topic exclusive no effects record. Like, all right.
Ooh, exclusive no effects.
no effects. Wow.
No
Oh my
one gives a
God.
shit, but it caters to those kids who just like John said don't know any better. Like they just
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's funny that we can't talk about Donnie Darko without bringing up Hot Topic. Like they just kind of go hand in hand.
I know. We like saved this by talking about Hot Topic and stuff.
yeah, they just
so.
coincide that way.
Enjoy. Look out for those sales at Hot Topic.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, yeah, like we were saying about high schoolers, like what are high schoolers even into these days?
Iggy Azalea or something.
I don't know. Like, I feel like every time I'm in Hot Topic or somewhere quote unquote cool, it's just Disney shit and that's it.
You know what's funny is that I looked at the lineup for this previous Warped Tour.
Oh God.
I think I only recognized one band. I think it was
You know you're getting old when you don't recognize the Warped Tour lineup.
I know. I think it was like Bad
Same.
Religion, or was that like a previous year where they were on?
You're like, that might have been 10 years ago.
I
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
But there were like all these like bands, and there was like, because Warped Tour has like a million bands.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't recognize any of them. except for,
Same
like,
here. Over the years it's dwindled like less and less and less, and I feel like with Warped Tour, it's, I don't know. I feel like it's getting worse. Like
Yeah.
I really think, I don't know if it's just me getting old, but do you feel like maybe the roster, like the lineup, is just getting like terrible? And that
I honestly have no idea, because I remember back in high school, the Warped Tour had like, I could recognize like maybe like 75% of the lineup, because like
Yeah.
there was always like these really obscure bands like they just came out of nowhere.
Did you ever go to Warped Tour?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think I went to
sweet.
like 2
Did you go to the one in St. Pete or Tampa?
in St. Pete, the one in
Vinoy.
Yeah.
Vinoy. Yeah, I went to one in Tampa, and Green Day played, and they like
Really?
lit a bunch of shit on fire on stage, and then there was a fence, and I was trying to like get Billy Joe Armstrong's attention, and he was maybe like 300 yards from me, but there was like 2 other girls, and I mean I was probably 14 or 15 years old, so I looked like a super teeny bopper, but he wouldn't come over at all. Like he was just having a conversation with like a roadie, another dude with like a backstage pass. So he like wouldn't come over at all, and I was like, what a dick, but we know that. So yeah, Billy Joe Armstrong, good luck with being on The Voice, and This Is 40.
What, he's on The Voice?
Yeah, he was on The Voice. I'm like, what does he do? Like
Still over enunciating or whatever.
sounding
he
like
does.
sounding terrible. But yeah, he Warped Tour I used to recognize everything, like, and I don't anymore. And one year I got in free because Sum 41 let us in for free because I didn't want to pay to get in, and we were just kind of lurking outside the gates, and then some girl came over and was like, courtesy of Sum 41, and handed us tickets.
Oh, cool. How nice of him.
I know, and then we didn't watch their set. That brings us to our next movie here, and none of us. I have to go on the record here and say that none of us like love this movie. We just picked it because one, it was shot locally and it's based here in St. Pete.
Ooh, is it Cocoon?
It was Cocoon like a local.
Yeah, it was filmed in St. Pete.
So did you know that Edward Scissorhands was filmed in Tampa?
What?
Really?
Yeah. Holla.
Wow.
That's actually a
I
credible.
mean,
Like-
not that movie doesn't blow dong, but that's interesting. I
Like
didn't
The
know that.
Punisher with
Yeah,
Thomas Jane. That was shot in Tampa.
No, I'm talking here about Spring Breakers, everybody's favorite local movie.
Spring break.
Actually, this is James Franco's best movie as the rapper Dangerous.
No, Alien. It was Dangerous as the rapper. It was the character was based on.
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't
know.
Riff Raff. It was
No.
Dangerous.
So
Yep.
it wasn't Riff Raff. I thought it was.
No,
Yeah, everyone
Riff
thought
Raff
it was
is the
Riff
only one
Raff.
who said it was Riff Raff.
Okay.
Like
But it was really dangerous. They did an interview with like MTV, and it was like James Franco and Dangerous.
Yeah, and like I mean Harmony Korine, I like the movies, but I've never watched them a second time. Gummo and Kids, I've never watched them a second time, but I'd watch Spring Breakers again. But like there was this. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. There was this whole thing where it was kind of insinuated that you would see a lot of titties in Spring Breakers, and there was not a lot of titties.
I can't recall a single titty in that
No,
whole
there was
movie.
a
Now that I
titty.
think about it, I didn't see
When
one.
okay, there's a Skrillex pretty much does the entire soundtrack for this movie, and I was
So,
kinda-
okay, it was definitely shot here because everyone here has a Skrillex boner.
yeah, down for that 80s.
They shave one ball and leave the other ball bald because it's like how Skrillex would shave his balls.
Basically, like when the Skrillex song comes and the beat drops, like there's one shot of a girl on the beach and she shows her titties and she's shaking
That's like
them.
in the way beginning, right?
Yeah, and then they repeat it over and over. So it's the same titties. You don't see different titties. So it was very
I know. I'm like, we're in Tampa. You have a Hollywood budget, and there's plenty of bitches here who are going to show you their titties through a fisheye lens because they think it'll make them a celebrity. So,
You know, honestly, I tried to tough it out for the titties. I only watched like 20
everyone
minutes.
watched Spring Breakers for titties, okay? Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the poster. I'm like, yo, I gotta watch that movie, but I couldn't make it
For
after 20
titties.
minutes. Yeah, I'm just like, no, not even for titties. I gotta go.
I mean, and like, I mean, anyone have any other thoughts about Spring Breakers?
I have plenty of thoughts on the
Saint
next
Pete.
movie that we're about to.
I mean, like John said in the last when we recorded this before, like, I mean, Dangerous or Riff Raff, whoever this like character alien is really based upon, it really is supposed to be Dangerous, but Riff Raff is trying to take the credit. But like, why is he trying to take the credit when like he's like putting guns in his mouth like a dick? Like, I don't understand that at all. Like,
I'll take what I can get at this point. So if anyone has a gun that I can pretend is a dick,
John,
just look us up.
are you
on
on board with this?
Facebook.
Would you?
Yeah.
You'd be on board with that too.
Let's
I
do
mean,
it.
like what? Like Riff Raff is just like, oh yeah, that's me. That's me, guys.
Spring break.
Spring break forever.
Such a riff-raff thing to do.
Yeah, and like the movie was really strange, and I like James Franco in two things. I like him in Freaks and Geeks,
Freaks and Geeks.
and I like him in Spring Breakers. I hate him with an immense fire of all the like,
all the suns, all of them.
in everything else. So
Really, you hated This Is the End? Or like
I mean,
Pineapple Express?
I love
yeah. I mean, I like it, but I hate him in it. I
Yeah.
hate him in all the things. 27 hours. I don't know. I just hate it. I feel like our last pick is so far removed
my
from,
last pick. This is
yeah,
all me.
from John and my
Don't worry, I'll walk you through it.
knowledge here that we just have to turn it over to Tess to talk a little bit here about Center Stage.
Okay, well, Center Stage, none of my comrades here have seen Center Stage, but I'll walk you through it. So I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to cover all the basics, and then you're going to go out to your local Blockbuster and or Redbox and or Netflix and or Movie Stop and buy yourself
Don't
a
send
copy
people
of
to
this movie.
to Blockbuster. That doesn't exist.
My bad, sorry.
Rip in peace, Blockbuster.
But basically, Center Stage is a movie about people in a ballet school. And the main character, Jodie Sawyer, who's also in Pretty Little Liars, she plays the fucking slut who Air's dad has sex with, who works at the school. She's in that show, Shannon, so you
Yeah.
should check that out. But since you are a big fan, but
I don't even remember that part. I guess
but
I'm not
she
that big of a fan.
she goes to this ballet academy, and they accept her into the school, even though she doesn't have great feet. But she just has this je ne sais quoi.
Whoa. So you have
So-
to have great feet to
To be in ballet, of
Really?
course. If you
Like,
want to
you need,
make
like, a
it
really
into the
good
American
pedicure.
Ballet Academy, you do need to have
You
great
have to have
feet.
nice toes, or like what? I don't understand the qualifications.
I don't
should
know.
always
It's
be
like the
painted.
technique. I'm not a dance. I don't have a dancer's body. You can't really see that because we're on a recording. But I don't have a dancer's body. But basically, she gets accepted into the school, and they're really critical of her because she doesn't have very good technique. But she meets this male ballerina named Cooper Nielsen, and his face is a little busted, but there's a lot of gratuitous package shots, so we know that that's the draw there. And she goes to this dance class where they listen to Mandy Moore and they like pelvic thrust, and he is actually conveniently in that class with her. And then they're like thrusting their hips and like, you know, getting really sexy in the class with Mandy Moore. And they end up banging at his apartment right after the dance class. And Mandy Moore is also playing while they're banging.
Mandy
So-
Moore will do that to you. Just get you in the mood.
But also Peter Gallagher is in that movie, and he has some serious eyebrows,
He
which
does
is
have the most serious eyebrows.
which is
in
good
Hollywood.
if you're in a ballet academy and you need to direct all these
You need
dancers,
a serious eyebrow.
you need to just give them an eyebrow. You can't. There aren't always words for things. It's just I'll give you the eyebrow.
You know how like celebrities have like headshots? I wonder if like Peter Gallagher's like it's just his eyebrows. Everything else been photoshopped
I
out.
really
except
I
think
know
his eyebrows.
everything else. It doesn't matter. You know.
It's like, oh, that's Peter Gallagher.
So the Jody is also roommates with this bitch named Maureen, and she's the best goddamn dancer at American Ballet Academy. Who the hell are you? Nobody. That's what she says to her Paul Rudd lookalike boyfriend, who is worried about her because she's
package guy?
anorexic. No, that's Cooper Nielsen. We don't know about Paul Rudd, Payless Shoe Source, Paul Rudd's package in the movie because he's pre-med. He's not a ballet dancer. But anyway, so Cooper ends up casting her in this big like workshop performance, and she does this sick dance break to Canned Heat by Jamiroquai, a little man named Jamiroquai, but it'll knock you off your seat and or socks. And she ends up joining Cooper's ballet company, but she was dickmatized from the get-go. I mean, she fucked him right after she met him. All it took was one Mandy Moore song.
That's what
Candy
happens.
by Mandy Moore, the first song. Shit,
That's
fuck
what-
the whole discography.
I have to say about Candy by Mandy Moore, that's what happens.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, she wanted his candy, and they ended up doing it, and then she started following him around and acting really weird. Like, it was fucking weird, but anyway, it all worked out. It was good. Everyone was cool, and
John's
Zoe
gonna run out.
Saldana is in it. She has a stank attitude, and that's basically the whole movie. So
John's gonna go and see this movie ASAP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it when I get home. I'm gonna pick up some Taco Bell after this.
Like,
and go indulge
I
myself.
had everything ready. Basically when this is the only movie I haven't seen on our list tonight, and the way I was gonna rip into it was basically that I was going to list every reason why I wouldn't see it, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually gonna advocate for the stage 5 clinger girl.
Yeah, no, you need to watch Center Stage. Seriously.
Because somebody needs to, and sometimes that just happens when you're dickmatized. That just happens, and you can't help it when Mandy Moore songs are involved. You just can't. So
Wait, so you had to choose between this or Step Up. You would,
step it up.
Oh my god,
Or-
Center Stage is a classic. Step Up is a
Classic.
gimmick.
When did this come out? 2000.
Is Peter Gallagher's eyebrows in Step Up? Is Cooper Nielsen's package in Step Up? These are real ballet dancers, okay?
What if,
What's his face? Channing Tatum was in Step
Wait,
Up, right?
did you say Peter Gallagher's package?
No, Cooper, his
Oh.
eyebrows, his
Peter
package.
Gallagher's package was his eyebrows.
Oh my god.
He doesn't
That's
even
all I
have
wanna
a
know.
package. He just has an eyebrow.
That's all you need.
Cooper Nielsen, though, what if the girl went to sleep with him and she was all dickmatized with the Mandy Moore, and she goes home with him and she's like, yeah, that package, and then it was really small, or something.
I know it wasn't small because there's a lot of gratuitous package scenes.
I mean, but what
He's
if
got
he?
a potato in his pants?
Yeah, I mean, ladies be faking it.
Watch Center Stage the sequel. That he's also in that, so they'll address that there. But in
Yeah.
the meantime, you should watch the original.
I feel like a lot of these movies are really in a similar vein, like Fame, and I don't know, they all kind of seem the same to me.
Like they
But-
follow a similar formula.
Yeah,
There's always a love story.
and I mean,
There's also dick shots and pants. There's Mandy Moore. There's eyebrows. There's Jamiroquai.
I
it's a
resent
must-see.
basically Center Stage. I have to give it more credit than I originally did because of the the gratuitous dick shots really sold me.
Yeah, that always gets me too.
I was gonna say, but I think John that really got to him. So
Sold me
yeah,
on the movie.
I don't know. There's this.
You had me at eyebrows.
I know, and I feel like there's this clip on the side of the IMDb screen that we're looking at for Center Stage, and it I can't see that well, but it looks like it's Ted dancing.
Wait, where? Which one?
Like, is that Ted Danson?
No, that's Ron Perlman.
Oh,
That's
okay.
completely unrelated. That's
Wow.
a suggestion.
I'm
courtesy
sitting-
of IMDb. Get a computer and learn how to internet.
I'm sitting very far away. It looks like Ted Danson to me, and I've been watching Damages maybe too much, and he's in that. So I don't know. I was like, is Ted Danson in Center Stage? I feel like I'd watch it then. So, on that note, I think John's gonna go home and watch Center Stage for sure.
I'm gonna watch Idle Hands. That's all right.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I'm gonna go to Taco Bell and play my computer game. I've been fucking kicking it with these motherfuckers here. And I'm about to perform Felicia on a taco right now. So I'm looking forward to that because it's Friday, know what I mean?
I'm kind of interested in this Center Stage packages thing that's going on. So maybe I'll check that out on the Apple TV. So.
Should have like Mandy Moore playing.
Yeah, with Candy in the back. What did she have any other hits though? Like,
No.
no,
Yeah.
no, she really didn't.
She had that one song in my pocket where like the music video was really weird.
Was that a hit though, or was that just a song that you quote unquote remember?
It's just the
John
song
knows.
that I remember. I just remember the video. Like she was like all dressed as like a Middle Eastern type of dancer, and she was like I don't know, it was really weird. I don't know. I still don't like the song, but
None of us have heard of that, and John has, so that's just a testament right there. So, those are our movies here that we just pulled out of, I don't even know where to talk about here that that we thought were relevant. They're
can
not.
you even watch Mr. Brooks anymore?
I haven't seen it though. Like probably over 5 years, I haven't
Okay.
seen Mr. Brooks. Stop
like
bragging
that's-
on me about Mr. Brooks when Center Stage is also on this list. Okay, I feel like Mr. Brooks is the most credible. I don't know. That's just my feeling, but
It's only credible because nobody knows what it is, so that you get that indie cred. I personally am about to. I'm not gonna S any D's or let the D hit me in the V. I'm gonna hit up the TB, get a NBG, which is a Nachos Bel Grande. I don't know if you got any of that, but I'm a little drunk.
John's super drunk. He actually passed out.
Yeah.
Those are our movies, and we thank you guys for listening. We want to thank Shark Dropper for letting us come in here and be drunk in their studio once again. And
It's a nice change of pace to have other people drunk in here.
I
It
mean,
gets boring if it's just us.
I mean,
getting
it's a
drunk in
lot
here.
of dudes, so we feel
Yeah.
like we have to infiltrate this place with some ladies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just our duty. So there are our buddies. Check them out, sharkdropper.com. And we have John on the podcast today. His podcast, Movies, Films, and Flicks. You can get to it from sharkdropper.com or Movies, Films, and Flicks with an X.com.
Also,
And-
horror play. Mm-hmm. Also,
Horror Play is where they play scary video games. Check it out. They're playing every scary video game. Is it ever made, or is it just like a lot of them?
so it just seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Shark Dropper podcast where they just talk about everything.
Also, our fictional podcasts.
Doppel
like,
Avenue Hurt.
Yeah. There's a lot of options.
I'm
for
on that
people to watch.
one. Did you do
Yeah.
any voices for
Yeah.
you
I did
did?
the voice.
Oh, so who are you on Doppel Avenue Hurt?
I was the doctor.
Oh, I was Lorraine.
Oh, there you go.
The doormat wife. So check out Doppel Avenue Hurt, the scripted podcast by Robert Lamb, and also there's a couple other podcasts, Top 5, where they just talk about the top 5 everything. Then
Yeah,
what's
it's
another
a
one?
lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a sports one. If anyone listening likes sports, I don't know anything about sports. Word of the Bay.
Yeah.
With Kyle Appleyard, and then our liaison and consultant and photographer Amber Simpson. She has a blog called trainwreck1987.wordpress.com. Amber had to work at the theater. I know, both times when the last time when the mic went out and this time, and we're really sad about that. But
Amber, if you're listening, we all think you're lame.
I don't. but John does. So
She's also on a Snub podcast.
oh yeah,
Robert.
yep. She's on Snubbed about movies that should have been nominated for Golden Globe. Was it Golden Globes?
Oscars.
But they weren't. So check that out. Everything can be found on sharkdropper.com. So we really appreciate them. And check out our blog if you haven't checked it out before. If somehow you found this podcast without finding our blog, Tess and I run lustandsstardust.com. So thanks for listening, and we appreciate it. Have a great rest of the night. Bye.
Au revoir.